Righty-ho then. Okay, righty-ho. Let's see if this one works as well. I very much doubt it, but you never know, it might surprise us. Apparently it's got an echo, isn't that lovely? But that's because I don't know. I didn't know the answer. Well, hello there. Howdy, partners. Ark Ascended. Yeah, this is what me and Jess are playing at the moment. Mainly because Jess loves it. I'm kind of iffy because it's a bit of a drag playing this, isn't it? But hey, I'll make the experience easier for you. Okay, so by the way, I haven't got very far. That's because they made the game more difficult. I came here the first time on Xbox, on Ark Survival Evolved, right? I got here and I didn't really get any trouble trying to take over this area and rule it, basically, right? But it's taken me a very long time to even get a foothold in this place because they made it so difficult. All right, but yeah, I just did an Ark Survival Evolved one where we had a quick comparison where, this is the island, and the one I did was also on the island, so it's a good comparison. So if you look at this rock here, now on Survival Evolved, I looked at a rock and it looks like proper rock. I don't know about you, but when you go out and you see rock, does it look like this? Well, does it? Right? And actually, the quality of the rock on on Survival Evolved is actually better than this because this just looks washed out, doesn't it? Don't you think this looks washed out? And why is it this colour? Rocks are not that colour unless they're like clay. So I'm very surprised they decided to go with this colour rock, because if you go on a scorched earth, it's this colour. If you go on the centre, it's the same colour. So therefore, there's not much difference between all of them, apart from the map. So, I don't know, maybe it's just quickness. We know we'd have to put in different textures for that, and we're trying to rush it out. Oh yeah, so it's probably that. But so that's the little gripe out of the way. Okay, so as you can see, I haven't done very much here. In fact, it's bordering on terribly sad. All right, but your game isn't running very well. Oh, the lag. And you can go into this, press that. Okay. And I can do the FPS. Alright, okay, now if we look at that FPS, we'll see it is, I've got to get right up to the telly, it is 28, 27, 26, 25, 24 is just going on down, 25, 25, so it's actually running worse than it was on the original, and obviously part of that reason is they put so much crap on the ground, and double the trees of the other one. What did they expect? Although Lumens does the lighting for you, and all the pixels are done for you with Unreal Engine 5. Well, you put a load of crap on the floor, so you can barely see where you're going. It's gonna run slow at 29 frames a second, 25 to 29. Okay, right. So let's go into settings again. Sorry, I pressed the wrong one. You got to press that one. All right. But these are a few settings that I do like the fact that it actually remembers them. So this is a way of improving your frame rate. So let me just get it so that we can see this frame rate. Okay. All right. And then we're going to there, so you can still see the frame rate, right? Now, normally the grass would be this. Okay. Right, so as you can see, not good frame rate in the 20s. Alright, okay, so you want better than that. We all want better than that. So if you take it down to 1, so you can do I think 4 or 5 is the highest, but you can go down to 1. So let's go down to 1. Let's take a lot of that away. Okay, now we're getting 30 frames a second. It's still going down to 24, so it just, as you can see, it's not making a lot of difference. Most things, when you actually alter the settings, it improves. But Ark is so badly optimized, and that's been, that has been proved by Digital Foundry. I've looked at both games, and it's up and down like a yo-yo if you look at the actual frame rate, and they show that. Okay. So even taking all that off didn't do a lot, but it is slightly better. Okay, so slight improvement. Okay, now if you got it on 4K, that's the problems you're going to get. So, yeah, there's density 4, down to 1. So, I wonder why I was mixing them up. It might be because I did them in. So, if you want to improve your frame rate dramatically, don't do it at 4K. Press this button here, which is R.set res. So you got to do exactly like that. So it has to be small letters at the beginning, then capital R. Okay. On the density scale, it has to be the S. That's right. So to make sure you copy this exactly. Okay. If we do this. Okay. Now it's better. It doesn't look. All right. It is a bit worse, but. Look at the screen tearing. Look at it. Even at 1080p, this thing is tearing all over the place. Can you see the lines going across as I turn? Okay, and if you notice the frame rate, even though I whacked it down 4 times less detail, okay, we've only gone up, I know, 4 frames per second, well, 4 to 10. But at least this makes it a bit more playable. But why oh why did they put this through the Energizer? And that's why this is, because it's so badly optimized that when you change the settings, they don't make a lot of difference, but it does give us more frames per second. So that's one way of doing it, okay? And isn't this a lot better to go through than having to wade through that crunch? Because you go to some other places and having to wade through this stuff, you can't even find a body, can't even find the body that you're looking for. And they've even made looking for bodies harder because, there's that thing over there, right? I've deleted that. And even when you delete it, it still shows up on your map, which is now a 2-button press instead of a 1-button press. So I don't know about you, but I don't call the accessibility on this better. The only thing that's improved with this map is the accuracy of the pointer on the map. It's, it doesn't point, normally that would be in the middle of the water there, because it's so inaccurate. So they improved the accuracy of it, but all those death markers that you can see there, okay, you can't get rid of them. And I sometimes how do I make that show up? I click it, nothing shows to say that I've clicked that. Okay. Let's just see if that is near enough where I said on the map. Okay, alright. So there's no, it doesn't show. Well, it does show, right? Now I might die because there's a horrible vicious thing around here, and even though I've got metal armour on, I still can't kill the vicious oh yeah, there's a thing with claws here which dismantles your armour in about 1 minute. Well, sorry, 1 second. So even if I go over here, okay, alright, and then you got, it takes a while to get this right in the correct spot, and then you press and dismiss it. Okay, no, it's gone now, isn't it? No, it's still on the map. Okay, I argue that the old way of having a huge light beam going up into the air, and if you press this button here, which, well, it used to show the time of day. Okay, it doesn't seem to do it now. So So yeah, I argue a great big light beam showing up was far better than having these things, which you get rid of and they still stay there. So I don't know about you, but strange decisions. But anyway, if you want to get a bit more performance, you notice we're still only getting like 28%, 20 frames per second, but we have improved it, so it's running a bit smoother than the 25 average that we were getting before. You see what I mean? I mean, it's pathetic. That's how a badly optimized game runs. If when you optimize a game properly and you adjust the settings to a higher level or a lower level, you see big improvements. On this, you see what? You've gone from what? 25 average to, I don't know, 30, 33, 30, 35. It's up and down. It's up and down like a yo-yo. Okay, but these little things that I show you will help. Okay, this is the walk one, this is the ghost one. You don't have to do a capital G on that, but these here you have to say, you have to write it down exactly like that. So take these settings down if you want to improve it, especially 1920 by 1080. Yes, I know we want it in 4K, but do you want it to run that slow? I haven't even got a base here. With my other one, I have, I don't know, 50 creatures around my base. Plus, I've built Orthanc at a very big height. Okay, and it's a big structure, right? Okay, plus my base, plus the wall around it, plus the the tech stuff. Okay, plus a load of creatures with all their names showing. Okay, and it's on high quality, and it's showing it's pretty much locked at 30 frames a second. If I go to 1080p, it runs at 60 frames a second. So take these things down. I'll leave them on the screen for you. That will improve your frame rate the most, dropping it down to 1080p. Alright. Okay, let's go back up to 4K. Alright. And you'll see, first of all, you could hardly see the thing that tells you the frame rate. I'll get as close as I can, but I got to go up to the telly to even see that. But we're now on 25. Well, when it goes yellow, it's bad. And we're pretty much yellow all the way around here. Okay, so if you're really struggling and getting frustrated by it, swap it down to that. First you better see the frame rate. Plus it got 5 frames. Yeah, it may get to 35 if you're lucky, but it's badly optimized, so it's going to go up and down like a yo-yo. Watch Digital Foundry look at both of these games and you will see what I mean. So yeah, just take those settings down. So it's usually, I think it's grass density 4, the main game. Okay, so I don't know, take it down to 2 or 1. It gets a little bit better. All right. So I know it's not much of a saving, but it is a saving. And there's a couple of other things to pop in as well. Walk, well, if you're floating up in the air or you're going through the ground with Ghost. Okay, so if you want to go through the ground, press Ghost, and you can go straight through the ground. So if your body goes under the ground, which does happen in this game, as you know, do that, and then when you finish, just press walk, and you'll drop to the ground. So obviously don't do it 500 feet up. So those are little things for you to write down. If I see some more, I'll put those in as well, and they do stay there. So these are good ones to have. So Ghost to go and find your body if it goes under the ground, which mine did the other day. So that bug's still there. Walk is to go back to normal, making sure you're above the ground first, and then density scale, the resolution to 4K and 1080p. That's what it normally is on, I think. And you got your FPS, which is stat.space FPS. So make sure you write it down like that. And remember more. I don't know how many you're allowed, whether that keeps on. But when I get some new ones, and you can edit that, say, oh, I made a mistake, you can just go into edit mode and alter that. Okay? So don't worry about that. Alright, so that's a little cheats, which can improve the frame rate. But as you can see, look at this. I don't know if you could see that, but it's very jarry, you know. And every now and then, you know, something goes up the screen, like a line goes up the screen. I think it's screen tearing. So it's no better. And why they picked this? Look how I argue that the rocks on Ark Survival Evolved, okay, are better, look better than these, because this is just, it's just an out of focus smudge. And, you know, and you're going to watch it on YouTube, you'll see even worse than this. But hey, it's Ark, we all love it, don't we? So, but yeah, you know, you go into your inventory, don't you? You know, before it used to be, you know, you press and hold and it gets transferred. Right, now you got to press right trigger to transfer. If you drop something, so just say I drop that, right? Okay, and I want to go in. Oh, all right. I haven't got a creature, because every time I get a creature, that thing with claws rips his head off. So let's just. I'll just show you. You know, these. Sometimes these things irritate me. I tame that, but to be honest, I'm trying to survive here. So I'll go into here, right? Now, if you want to pick up all that stuff, I won't do that. You know, before you could just press the left button. I think. Well, we used to go over here and do that, didn't we? But if you press the left button, it would actually transfer it in one go. Okay. So you know, and I do that a lot. Okay, let's find something which there's not much in. Right. Okay, that. So if I press the left button, yeah, that would pick it up. But first it does that, and then it does that. So you got to actually do 2 presses to actually take the stuff out. I don't know about you, but I feel like that is a backward step. I mean, what do you think? I feel like that has gone backwards. That we got to do 2 presses now instead of 1. So, and same when you're picking up your body, you know. Jess doesn't bother now, you know, when she goes into the menu now, she goes into there like that. Instead of, you know, doing the left, because, you know, if you press the left button, you press it once, then you press it again with a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a delay. So don't go press, just go press, then press, and then it picks it up. Or Jess now doesn't bother because half the time it don't work, so she just does transfer all. So they've actually made the situation worse than it was before. It's probably because the UI now, that used to have a boost to it, so the UI was really snappy in Ark Survival Evolved, is now very, very sluggy, as sluggy as it was in Ark Survival Evolved. Okay, but you know, look at the quality of that. Is that any better than what we had in Evolved? I'll put it up to 4K, let's see. Has that even made any difference? I argue. I mean, do you see any difference there? I mean, have we actually got to restart the con? I mean, alright, well look at that. Look at the screen tearing. Look at that, okay? Now, it is doing this on the fly, because I just showed you, right? Has that made any difference? So this is why on both of these games, when you change settings on this, it doesn't really affect the frame rate. It doesn't really do much because it's so badly optimized. It's not able to go to, you know, optimize it for high and then optimize it for low or middle. It's actually badly optimized through the whole lot. So changing it, and from day one when I first bought this game on PC, the sound may have gone there because my batteries ran out. There you go. Sound may have gone there because my batteries ran out, so I just had to plug in the lead. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Are you really happy that Ark Ascended came out, destroyed the frame rate, put masses of groundswell stuff all over the place, you know, ground tatter trash all over the place. And this is one of the better places where, you know, there isn't too much ground stuff. You go into somebody's forest and, you know, you can't see. So I'm going to just stay up here because I still can't get established on here, which is identical to where it was on my Ark Survival Evolved. And yeah, does this look any better? There it is like that, right? I mean, looks okay, doesn't it? Okay, we've got up to 4K. Can you see a difference? I mean, is it that we got to reboot it? I don't know. Can you see a difference? That's because it's badly optimized. Anyway, that's a few settings for you to write down. I'll put it there once more. These are a few settings to write down to get rid of the density of the grass to help your frame rates a little bit. It won't do a huge amount, but it will do a certain amount. This will help it the best. You could probably get a 5 to 10 if you're lucky increase if you set it to 1080p. Okay, and then walk is for if you're flying or you're going through the ground and you come back up. Press walk to just drop down again onto the ground. Press ghost to be able to go through walls, get your body if it goes under the thing. Stat FPS is for obviously showing your frame rate, which, you know, I'd recommend, to be honest. And, you know, grass or dot density scale, capital S on the scale, space 1. So make sure you write it just like that. Okay. Take those down, and you know, if you make a mistake, just go into edit and make the change. Okay. All right. Bye for now. I'll see you all next time. And from a very wondrous and you know, this is harder to do now because I've got to work out pictures, and you know, unless you really totally remember now these. Now, I find it hard to get onto that because my joystick's a bit iffy. So you now got to get this up, then manipulate the thing, then press right trigger. So it's 2 button presses instead of 1. Well, 3 buttons instead of 2 because first of all you've got to get in this menu. So they've got more button presses to do everything. By the way, if you're wondering who we are, and you know, I'll go here and go to the orbit camera. You know. Again, I've got a dodgy joystick, so you know. So we are super butt. So if I go into my menu here, let's take off. You know, I don't want to show off anything naughty, but you know, I got to turn it off because you know, I'm just trying to show what kind of figure we have, which we have a beautiful figure. Like that. See, look at that beautiful figure. Look at that. What a figure that is. More fat than you can dream of. I better fry me chips on that. So when I got a scale of can I increase fat, you know, I just you know, enjoy it. I say let's enjoy it. You know, bigger bust, yes, slap it on, baby. So and if you wonder what our name is, it is Bigus Buttus, something to do with Monty Python. I hope you enjoyed the fun and enjoyment. That is Ark Survival. Is it any better than the previous one? Why are all the rocks the same colour on all 3 that have come out so far? The island, the centre, and scorched earth, and I guarantee it will be the same for all the others. We'll all have this same colour. Look at the frame rate. Look how jerky that is. Still running as good as ever, eh? You bet it is. I'll see you later. From a very sarcastic RayRay. I'll see you all next time. But this is currently what we're playing. Look at it. Look. So I just got to point this out. You know, you go to that. It's slightly better. Yeah, it's slightly better. It's quite less jittery. So you know, now you're getting into the 30s. Which is about my age, really. I'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody, and guess what? I'll see you later. Bye-bye there. I did turn. Oh yeah.